Hey, and welcome to 401 Sunset,
where we bring you to you, Windsor.
We're your hosts, Amanda
and Ryan.
On today's show, we've got everything from Taekwondo, dance, and exam prep.
Amanda, did you know that we have a local radio station operating in the basement of our student center?
Yeah, it's CJAM. Apparently they've been around since the 60s.
Really?
Let's go take a look.
You're listening to CJAM 99.1 FM,
redefining radio
in Windsor and Detroit.
So CJAM started as a radio club in the late 60s. Through that, people were kind of experimenting with small carrier stations, and we started as an AM carrier station in the mid-70s. Basically, you could only hear CJAM in dorm rooms. So it was a very small, very practice period of time up until 1983. We had been applying from the CRTC for an application for a FM station. So throughout those years, probably from 1975 to 1983 was a practice time for CJAM in developing basically all the skills and the staff needed to create their own radio station. From 1983 onwards, we were really a very anarchist punk station. We broke the rules, and we continued to break the rules and doing pretty crazy things.
I always joke that me and CJAM are about the same age. We're both turning 30 this year, and where CJAM was when I first got involved, CJAM was 18 years old then on the FM dial.
So from then, we basically separated from the University of Windsor in the early 90s and became a stronger station, going from 50 watts to 500 watts. During those times, we were at 91.5 FM. That was our old station, and sometimes you'll see that in some of our archival things. It's at 91.5 FM. In the late 2000s, we had been told that we had unprotected status, and basically that we had to have a new frequency because our unprotected status was being challenged and possibly being bought out. So we had to change frequencies to 99.1 FM, which changed basically our listenership, that our listenership wasn't as strong. So right now we're in the process of quadrupling our frequency from 500 watts to 2,000 watts.
I think we've really just refined ourselves and really developed the station into a much more cohesive unit than we were even just 10 years ago.
As far as an anarchist station, that's kind of what we've always been about and what people have known us for, is kind of the crazy antics that we've become very famous for. But when we're turning 30 this year, we're kind of growing up as well. And while we embrace our punk attitude and our DIY aesthetic, we are moving forward and trying to become more of a global station through our internet connection as well.
SOS! SOS! SOS!
Why are you chanting?
You didn't hear, Amanda? The University of Windsor has a program for upper year students to help other students get A's on their exams. Actually, the co-presidents, Adriana and Laura, gave us an in-depth look at their organization.
Hi, my name is Laura Pino, and I am one of the chapter presidents of the Windsor chapter of Students Offering Support. As Students Offering Support, we offer 2 to 3 hour exam-aid review sessions in various faculties at the university, including science, engineering, math, English, and a variety of other subjects. And in this 2 to 3 hour review session, it is taught by upper year students who excelled in the courses themselves, and they go through a comprehensive outline of what's going to be covered on the midterms and final exams. And in addition to this 2 to 3 hour exam aid, for a $20 donation, you receive a study package. And at the end, you're able to go home, review, and make sure that you get an A on your exam.
Hi, my name is Adriana Badjo, and I'm a third-year kinesiology student, and I'm the co-president of Windsor Students Offering Support. Students Offering Support is a very unique organization in the sense that volunteers get to experience 360 degrees of volunteerism. That means that students get to volunteer in their own community and then go to a community in Latin America to provide underprivileged students with better access to education. 2 summers ago, I traveled to San Jeronimo, Nicaragua, where we built a high school for 15 students. Students Offering Support isn't only a great resource for students struggling in class, but it's also a resource for students looking to strive for academic excellence. For more information and to stay updated with current events, you can visit our website at windsorsos.com. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and you can also follow us on Instagram.
I should really go check that out to bump up my marks.
It's a pretty good cause. moving on, I hope you guys are ready for some action in our next segment.
We're going to go to the St. Denis Center with Richard so he can show us his Taekwondo Club.
My name is Richard Van Hendy, and I'm a graduate of the University of Windsor. I've been teaching Taekwondo here for 3 years now. Second degree black belt in World Taekwondo Federation style Taekwondo, and I've been training for 13 years. Taekwondo involves a lot of kicking. I'd say about 90% of it is kicking. It's known mostly for its high kicks, its fast strikes, and the reason Taekwondo uses kicks primarily is because it's the largest limb on your body, the most powerful, so you're able to generate a lot more power and have a further reach with your attacks. New people to the club would start off by learning basic techniques, go through the basic blocks, basic kicks. We usually spend about a half hour working through warm-ups, which include kicks and stretches. So nothing too difficult on the first day or even in their first semester learning Taekwondo. I strongly recommend that people compete. To me, it seems like it's the one chance that people can actually use their techniques, kind of see how they fare against other students in other clubs. Gives them a chance to stand toe-to-toe with someone who's there also to win, to compete hard. So it kind of brings this level of adrenaline in you to use your techniques and to use them in a safe manner. Taekwondo is good for improving stamina, flexibility, just like any type of exercise. It's good to stay in shape. It also allows you to increase your self-confidence, whether you're in difficult situations. You kind of have this previous knowledge of techniques that can help you out. I enjoy finding new ways to teach the same techniques. A lot of people learn differently, so coming up with new ways of teaching it can help them to understand. So just dealing with different people, even though the techniques don't really change, it's how you communicate those techniques across to people to help them learn. The club is open to students and university employees and also community people. So the fee per semester, which is usually 10 classes, is $40 for students, $45 for university employees, and $50 for community members. We meet for an hour and a half a week on Tuesday evenings, 7:30 till 9, here in the St. Denis Center, in the Duddy Fitness Room. And you can register at the St. Denis front desk.
Amanda, did I see you in that lesson?
I was hoping you never noticed.
We all noticed that. Come on.
Oh, well, either way, it was a great experience. Now we're going to go to the virtual realm with Ian Buford to check out the Land of the Dead.
Thanks, guys. I'm here at the Ambassador Auditorium where the University of Windsor is playing host to Windsor's largest LAN party, Land of the Dead. I got to sit down with event coordinator Sean Byrne as well as a few other people to find out what's going on at the LAN party. Take a look.
Land of the Dead is an event we host about twice a year here at the University of Windsor. Competitors come to play in tournaments for major PC titles, including League of Legends and Dota 2 and StarCraft 2. We also have added recently a console portion to the event. Players are coming to play in a Call of Duty Black Ops 2 tournament this year round. Cash prize for that one actually will be close to $750, which is our biggest cash prize offered this year. Mostly people come to enjoy the atmosphere, meet new friends, and enjoy a unique experience. This year, we're starting at 10 a.m. on Saturday and finishing probably around 5 p.m. Sunday evening. We'll have at least 150 and we'll be nearing 200 people in total attendance. We have some peripheral prizes such as keyboards and mice offered by some of our sponsors, including PC Outfitters here in Windsor. We also have in-game currency for some of the major games, including League of Legends. I think over $100 in in-game currency for those games, as well as for the Call of Duty tournament, we're actually doing a cash prize of around $750 in total.
What's your name?
Hi, my name's Adam. My username is like OMG, it's Adam. And I'm here to just try my best to help the esports community grow.
Is this your first LAN?
This is definitely not my first LAN. I've been going to LANs consistently for the last 4 to 5 years now.
And apart from playing games, are you doing anything else?
Yes, I'm actually a graphic designer. I work full-time and I freelance on the side, but I always leave time for for gaming.
All right. And I understand you're selling posters here?
Yes, here's one right now actually. This is one of Cassidy and Zed. It's from a video game I play called League of Legends. I'm selling into the community for pretty much whatever the people can afford. I'm not here to make money, I'm just really here to help the community grow and just do it for esports, really.
I'm here to shoutcast the League of Legends tournament that's being hosted by EG.
And are you an experienced shoutcaster?
No, I'm not. I'm actually, this is my second time shoutcasting. I'm nervous, I'm excited, but I know I can, because I've been told I can, so that's all I need.
And what is a shoutcaster?
Basically, we help people who are like spectating the matches make sense of what's going on. We give the play-by-play on what's going on in a given match and whatnot. We tell people, oh, this exciting thing is happening. We give commentary and just a run-through of what's going on in the game.
If anybody's interested in finding out about Land of the Dead, check us out online at facebook.com/EGEofficial. That's our Facebook page where we update almost daily, so definitely find out about all of our upcoming events there.
You can expect Land of the Dead 2014 sometime during the late fall next year. From the Ambassador Auditorium, this is Ian Buford. Back to you.
Did they say that was a $750 cash prize? Mom, I told you that was a great lifestyle.
I'm sure your mother would be really proud of you.
She really should be. Hours and hours.
Well, if you need more brownie points, you should join the Free the Children group.
That sounds pretty interesting. Let's take a look and see what it's about.
My name is Tyler Drudd, and I'm the president of Free the Children here at the University of Windsor. Free the Children is an international charity and educational partner that works to empower young people in the notion that they have the power to create social change. And globally, it's to alleviate people from poverty. Free the Children started here at the university about 3 years ago when one of the students here interned at Free the Children and wanted to bring their programming here to the university. So since then, it's just been growing. Here at the university, a portion of all of our proceeds go to support our sponsor village in India, so the clean water projects there, and the rest of our proceeds stay locally. Some past events include pie throws, kissing booths, pasta dinners, bake sales, and pub nights. In the future, we have We Are Silent coming up. Also, we're planning a mini We Day for Windsor, and we also have our 5 Days for Freedom happening in April. One big event that they have every year all over Canada and the US is We Day. We Day is basically, they bring thousands of young people into like an auditorium to pretty much just to celebrate the social change that they can create. So they bring in top-notch performers and speakers. Some past entertainment acts include the Jonas Brothers, and some of the speakers they've had are like the Dalai Lama and Al Gore. A cool thing about Free the Children is that during the summer they offer students the opportunity to go to the villages that they work in. So students can go on trips to the communities they work in, like Kenya, Ecuador, India, and actually work on the projects that Free the Children fundraises for all year. So over the course of the couple weeks that you're there, students could be building a school or working on a well, as well as interacting with the students that they're supporting. I've had the privilege of going on 2 trips with Free the Children. My most recent was to Ecuador. It was an amazing experience just to see all the work like that Free the Children is doing in the communities. We were working on the first two-story schoolhouse that Free the Children has worked building on. We were working on the walls for the bottom floor. So it's just amazing to see like the work that groups do from like the first day you start to the day you end, and the progress that we made, and just how important it is that the groups go over to the communities. So we're always looking for new members and for people to get involved. So if you're interested, you can email us at ftcuwindsor@gmail.com, like us on Facebook, or check us out on Twitter.
Whoa, that sounds great. Bake sales, traveling while helping others? Sign me up.
Let's go back to the CJM studio where we take a look at the staff behind the station.
You're listening to
CJAM 99.1 FM,
redefining radio
in Windsor and Detroit. First year, second semester, I was looking for a place on campus,
knew that I had a love for radio, and when one of my friends told me that we had a campus radio station, I knew I wanted to come check it out. I grew up just outside of Toronto, and obviously, you know, being a big music city and media city in Canada as well, you know, all types of music, rock music, even some cultural stuff coming from an Indian family. I listened to a lot of music that my mom had around the house, whether it was on radio or elsewhere, so kind of wanted to bring that interest, you know, to CGEM as well.
I found out about CGEM walking through campus with friends. There was something going on called Club Days, where all the different clubs and organizations at the university get out, you know, on campus promoting themselves. And we walked by, and the music director at the time, Christian Gagne, kind of reached out to us and said, "Hey, you guys look like you'd be into music," and we were, and he encouraged us to get involved, and I started volunteering almost immediately.
I was a student here back in the mid to late 80s, and at that time CGM was just kind of evolving. I believe the slogan for CGM back in the day was something like smashing all preconceived notions or some such thing. And you know, it was a great little station that played a lot of the kind of music that I was into at the time, a lot of kind of counterculture kind of punk music and new wave and electronic kind of stuff that you wouldn't hear on mainstream radio. So you know, I've been kind of listening to it off and on ever since I was a student.
I started here at CGEM before I started at university. So when I was in grade 12, I came to a welcome week, preview week for the University of Windsor, where there was a table set up with different groups, and one of the groups was CGEM, and someone asked, "We have free cookies, would you like to join CGEM?" So I put my name down in August of 2008 before I started university, and just signed up really randomly, not having any clue about what CGEM was. Then when I first started university, I got an email about an orientation session, and I started that way.
I actually found out about it through my mom, which is probably not the coolest way, but my mom was a secretary at the University of Windsor while I was in high school, and I always had an interest in media. There was some kind of summer program that summer. They received a grant for it, and I think my mom was looking for a cheap babysitting alternative, if you will, and I got in here for the summer.
I volunteered for about a year before I started my own program, just kind of helping out around the station, making commercials, helping in the music department.
I'm actually, I'm an employee here at the University of Windsor, and I'm in the communications department. My role is to promote research, and Vern Smith, of course, is the station manager, a longtime friend from back in high school, and he, I believe, was the program manager at the time, and just approached me about doing a show.
I've moved out of town here and there for different parts of my life and career, but whenever I've been in Windsor, invariably I've found my way back.
It gave me a voice to talk about politics and things I'm interested in without being censored too much. I can pick my own music, we pick the commercials and like PSAs we do the research, we pick what we're going to talk about, how the show's going to go, we have all the control.
Well, that's cool. You know, I bet it takes really dedicated people to keep local stations like that alive.
Yeah, it's great to hear about local passionate people.
Completely unrelated though, Amanda. I've been thinking about taking dance lessons.
Oh, really, Ryan? Well, Kristen, our local reporter, actually is a part of a dance company. We should go take a look.
We really should. Unfortunately, though, I only have one move. Jazz hands.
So proud.
1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Windsor Dance Experience is a nonprofit organization geared towards anyone who wants to have experience in the arts, whether, regardless of their experience, that we don't require it, we give it. We have ages 6 to 30-something.
I'm Stephanie. I've been with the company for 5-ish, 7-ish years, somewhere in between there. And I love it. It's a very tight-knit group, and it's what it means to me is it's not just a place to come and dance. It's being a part of something, and everyone's family here, you know?
It's not just about creating good dancers. It's about creating good people.
My name is Shelby, and I've been at WDX for 4 years, and I am a soldier and a swing kid, and it's really fun because I get to wear a green tutu and I run around on the floor doing gymnastics, and I have lots of friends, and...
Hi, I'm Eric. I play Fritz in Land of the Beats. I've been dancing with WDX for almost 2 years now. I'm really excited about this show because I have a bigger role in this one. Favorite moments of dancing with the seniors this past summer. I really like WDX because we're such a closely knit group. There's no judging in us at all.
I started dancing when I was 3 years old, so it's been about 15, 14 years now-ish. I started out of jealousy of my older sister and how she started doing it, and she was really good at it, so I decided to join too and become really good at it too, just to show her up kind of thing, and I ended up actually enjoying it. That's when I found WDX.
Okay. Actually, I'm from Nova Scotia, so I started dancing there, and there wasn't as much opportunity in Nova Scotia as I found there to be here. And when I came here, I discovered that there's this whole new kind of dance where the fourth wall is removed and there's no mirrors. It's your 3 walls and then an empty space or an audience or a studio. So I discovered dance theater, and it is vastly different from just learning dance in a studio. And you get away with a lot more, and I think you can throw yourself out a lot more. It's the best way to release any sort of energy that you have. And I was sick for a long time with cancer, and I think that dance and this company was the only thing that really got me through. And I actually came out of it a better person because of the people that have surrounded me. So because of that, I would never leave dance. Even when I'm 50, I will keep dancing because I remember how even the toughest feelings, and no matter how weak your body feels, it makes you feel better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if you want to get involved with Windsor Dance Experience, all you have to do is send me an email, stop by a rehearsal, give me a phone call, 519-253-2466, and let me know if you're interested. We're always looking for people to help with costumes, hair, makeup, set design, set construction.
Props,
choreography, dancing. We
like dancers.
In 10 years, we finally decided that we should do a hip-hop show. And so we took the Nutcracker, because everyone should go see the Nutcracker at Christmas time. And we made it into a hip-hop show. So it's called Land of the Beats. And you can get tickets on our website at windsordanceexperience.ca. And it's playing at the Capitol Theater December 20th and 21st at 7:30 p.m. Hope to see you there.
Extra.
What?
No, I didn't do that for no reason. Actually, we have great interviews with the entire staff of The Lance, which is the University of Windsor's very own newspaper.
Well, in terms of publications in Windsor, I really felt that I would probably want to work at the Windsor Star, but it's really hard to get in with the Star, and so I just immediately started researching other publications here in Windsor. My dad actually suggested I apply to the Lance because he went to school here. He introduced the publication to me, and I wanted to get involved in a campus and community newspaper.
Ever since I started university at the University of Windsor, I've been reading the Lance, and just very interested in what other students are interested in. And I was working at a hardware store, and my friend told me that they were accepting applications for a news editor, and I went and applied, and here I am.
What happened was my roommate, who's the owner and editor of the Windsor Independent, just kind of told me, hey, like, the Lance is hiring a sports editor. I was volunteering for them for a couple of months, but they didn't have a sports section, and he knew I love sports, so he was like, you should apply, you know. Nobody knows as much as you do about sports. So, yeah, I applied and then kind of rocked the interview, I guess, and now I'm here.
Basically, I manage the staff, manage all the online content. I'm responsible for editing all the stories that come in, kind of overseeing the advertising and the business side of things. Eventually, I think once things calm down, I'd like to contribute to the writing because I'm passionate about writing, but yeah, it's my other responsibilities that have kept me from actually contributing.
I mean, like, pretty much what I do with my day is read sports stories. Like, even when I'm sitting around doing nothing, I probably cycle through about 300 a day. So, like, yeah, like, that's not even an exaggeration. So, yeah, it's interesting to know what's going on, what the big issues are, and then kind of putting a local spin on it and, yeah, talking about the bigger issues aside from just what's going on. Especially being a weekly paper, too, right? Because it's hard to just do game recaps all the time when the issue comes out Thursday, but a game might have been played, you know, last Saturday, so it's not exactly current, but when you're talking about a bigger issue, it's always current.
I'm responsible for the news section, so I have my own articles that I like to write. A lot of the more important ones, a lot of the ones that are slightly more controversial, and then I also have volunteers that I work with, and they cover lots of events for me. And then they will write their articles and send them in to me, and I'll edit everything for my section for Monday, which is the deadline.
I'd say my time is most spent on doing the editing and making sure like seeing the paper come together.
Normally, before we begin the next issue, we'll get a bunch of press releases, and then I'll call everyone back and I'll look around on the internet and see what I can find. Social media is pretty helpful with stuff like that, finding out about events and stuff. And for one article I did in the last issue, it took me a month and a half, but I had to go through hundreds and hundreds of pages of court transcripts and whatnot. So there's a fair bit of research that can be involved, but it all depends on the story.
Definitely you want to have a balance of campus stories and community stories. We try to make sure, you know, we're covering events throughout the university and the community. I definitely want to maybe get into more possibly world issues as it relates to Windsor and the university.
I think for the Lance, being a campus and community newspaper, I think the most important issues have to do with what students are concerned with.
Well, that's all we have time for today.
To stay updated with everything that we do on 401 Sunset, you could add us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter.
Tune in next time where we bring you to Windsor.